Hi, this is Christian, and welcome to NFL Updates Express, your weekly dose of NFL news, coming your way Week 1 predictions. The opening day kickoff on Wednesday night includes the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys at MetLife Stadium. I think with stars like Victor Cruz, Akeem Nicks, and Ahmad Bradshaw, and of course Super Bowl MVP Eli Manning, I think the Giants will come out on top against the Cowboys because Tony Ono always chokes in the clutch.
The spotlight game of the week is the New York Giants versus the Dallas Cowboys. Let's see here. On the Giants, we've got a defense. On the Cowgirls, well, that's another story. The G-Men also have Cha-Cha champion Victor Cruz, Hakeem Nicks, and Eli Manning. So New York should take a steamrolling win over Romo and the rest of the Cowgirls, with Jason Witten still out with a lacerated spleen injury. The Baltimore Ravens versus the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals have AJ Green and Andy Dalton with a pretty good defense, so they should be good this game. The Ravens have an old defense and their offense is getting better, so that should balance out the team. Ray Rice is a big star on their team, along with Anquan Bolden and Teray Smith. Joe Flacco should carry the Ravens to a win over Cincy.
Although I don't think the Ravens' defense is old, I agree with everything else Dylan said. I predict that the Ravens will win this one in a close battle at M&T Bank Stadium.
The Denver Broncos versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. This could be a pretty good game. Let me think. The Broncos have star quarterback Peyton Manning, along with Eric Decker, and a decent defense. The Steelers, on the other hand, have Ben Roethlisberger, a defense, as we already know, and a few other players. But I think that the Broncos should run over the Steelers in this game.
The Broncos face the Steelers at Mile High Stadium. The Steelers' defense is getting old, and I think the Broncos will eventually run away with this game. But the Steelers have a lot of talent, and they'll keep the game close until the very end. But I say the Broncos will edge out the Steelers for this win. This game is when the Chicago Bears face the Indianapolis Colts. They say on any given Sunday. But this game, I think the Bears will run away. I think with Brandon Marshall, Jay Cutler, and Matt Forte, the Bears will win in a rout over the Indianapolis Colts.
The Chicago Bears versus the Indianapolis Colts. The Bears have a great defense, including Ryan Urlacher and Julius Peppers. They also have Brandon Marshall now, along with Matt Forte. The Colts have Andrew Luck, who will be good this year, but the Bears should still dominate the Colts and win the game at Soldier Field.
This is a one-time segment that talks about surprise wildcard playoff contenders. My NFC wildcard playoff contender is the Seattle Seahawks. I think with impressive rookie Russell Wilson and running back Marshawn Lynch, they could grab a wildcard spot in the NFC. For my AFC, I believe it is the Buffalo Bills. I think they are very talented, a very all-around team, and I think they could also grab a wildcard spot with running back Fred Jackson and quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick.
My surprise wildcard predictions. In the NFC, there are a few teams. The Vikings are very questionable. The Buccaneers are decent, and a few other teams have chances. But the Carolina Panthers are my team. With star quarterback Cam Newton, wide receiver Steve Smith, and Charles Johnson, one of the best pass rushers in the NFL, I think the Panthers could be good this year. In the AFC, let's see, there are a few teams. But my team is the Raiders. With a kicker like Janikowski and a few other players, and a questionable defense. I don't know. The Raiders have a chance. Those are my wildcard predictions.
After being cut by the Redskins, Anthony Armstrong joins the Dolphins roster as running back Steve Slaton is cut.
And, according to Brian Urlacher, his knee will never be the same again.
And also, all 32 teams are signing people to their practice squad.
Also, watch the kickoff of the 2012-2013 NFL season, the Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants.